I used to have standards, now I have kids. I used to always wonder what that smell was. You know when you went to visit friends who had little babies, there was always this faint aroma as you stepped over the doorstep. Now I know. It's a combination of baby wipes, nappies and desperation. And by 6 months in, our house reeked of it. Reeked of it. There was shit everywhere. By shit, by the way, I mean stuff, although there was probably a liberal dousing of fecal matter over most things in the house. Crossing the living room made you feel like a contestant on Total Wipeout, and the most annoying thing was, it was all essential stuff. Our kitchen looked like a Monday morning after a music festival. Just bin bags and disappointments everywhere. If you managed to scramble over all the stuff between you and the kettle, you felt like Edmund Hillary after he'd scaled Everest. And even then, there was more chance of finding a dodo than finding a mug clean enough to drink from. Our poor washing machine must have felt like it had been hit by a truck. Long gone were the halcyon days of bi-weekly washes of socks and tea towels. Nowadays, everything was covered in industrial strength stains, and the poor thing was getting spun harder than King Kong's frisbee 3 times a day. We bought this washing machine brand new, promising it happy times in a family home. What we provided was conditions that even the most ardent sweatshop owner would have winced at. And maybe it was the sleep deprivation, but I am sure it called me a prick once during its final spin. Despite the fact the washing machine was getting banged everywhere, none of my stuff was clean. I had no clothes to wear. Because all of me and my wife's clothes never got a look in. Just as our stuff was about to get loaded into the machine, there was always a lorry load of shit-stained baby sleep suits ready to jump the queue like a big smelly family who bought speedy boarding passes. Our clothes were just left to sit in a basket, reminiscing about the good old days. We had a knackered old tumble dryer that worked for 2 glorious days until it decided it'd just rather give up than work under this horrible regime. So now we're drying everything on hangers indoors, which just gave our house this horrific smell of a stray, wet dog, and also adding to the general obstacle course blocking every entrance and exit to the house. If burglars would have broken in, I would have only noticed if they would have inevitably got stuck and had to cry for help. Then we got the call. The phone rang and my wife finally found it underneath all the debris. She answered, and what I heard turned my blood cold. Pot round? What, now? Yeah, sure. See you in about 20 minutes. I looked at her with disbelief, hoping it was another wild hallucination brought on by sleep deprivation, but her eyes said it all. We had visitors on the way, and these were the worst kind of visitors as well, the ones you want to impress. Fuckers. Not like your old mates who've seen you at your worst and couldn't give 2 shites. No, these were new friends with a nice house, clean clothes, and a quality we seem to have misplaced under all the rubble. Standards. What the hell was she doing? I wanted to shout and scream, but the boys were asleep, so I decided to spring into action and find a place on the floor to sob. But I couldn't find anywhere amongst the clutter, and before I knew it, my lips were moving. We could maybe tidy up. Eureka! So we grabbed a bin bag each and both started filling them like we were playing a human version of Hungry Hippos. I took the bins out while she cleaned the surfaces. I smashed the hoover around while she blitzed the bathroom. Then we got creative. I slid stuff behind the couch and pushed it behind the curtains. I tactically draped a duvet over all the dirty washing in our bedroom. And I even turned the cushions upside down to disguise the motley crew of stains we'd accumulated. We had 5 minutes before they arrived, and I noticed we still had an entire kitchen's worth of dirty dishes to get through. What are we going to do? I know, I'll shove them in the shed. They'll never look there. What a beautifully awful idea. So our visitors came, and all was well in the world. They didn't even visibly wince when they walked through the door. I tried to encourage them to visit all the rooms that we tidied, but it's a bit weird to try and force someone into your box room without a good reason, isn't it? The most important thing is we hadn't come across like a real-life version of Roald Dahl's The Twits. Of course, fast forward 24 hours and the whole house was back to normal. Stains appeared on the carpet, the volcano of dirty washing continued to spew forth from the washing basket, and I couldn't take the bins out because our outside bin is more full than a Nokia 8210 that's received 12 text messages. Worst of all, I couldn't make myself a brew because all the cups were still in the shed.